Hello everyone, welcome back, and I'm just cutting back in. So if you've seen what happened, you'll see that that was my transaction fee. That's how many confirmations it has. I noticed that they're starting to advertise on Coinomi here, so these wallets are now, I guess they need to generate income, and one of the ways is going to be advertising. See, you see some advertising right here. Anyways, let's go over it. I haven't tried a this is for the Ethereum wallet. Let's go into settings here. Let's go to transaction fees. And the Ethereum here is this amount of fee. It's 9 zeros and a 5, so 10 digits total. From what I've researched, that is the minimum gas fee. Oh, no, not that one. That is the minimum gas fee that I guess you could set because the way it was set up during Frontier. And so whatever the gas limit is, it'd be that gas limit times this number will give you the transaction fee. So I haven't tried a zero or less than. I haven't tried anything less than that amount. I'll do another episode and see if I can do it for less than that amount and see if the transactions would go through. But so far, this is the details which I can give you here. The nope. Hold on, let me cut in, cut out real quick. All right, I'm cutting back in now. Basically, if you just go to Etherscan, Etherscan IO. Of course, there's a link for it here. I'll show you the link here real quick. So if you just push on that button, it'll take you to this right here on your transaction. And if you just scroll down, you'll see a better idea of it. I haven't refreshed it, but let's see here. Basically, that's the gas limit, which really this is the gas used. So you take that number times the gas price, which is half of a gas which is the minimum. I think that you can do it, but I'll try another episode where I'll try to do less than that. And then the total Ethereum. This is the Ethereum that you'll be charged for the fee for the transaction. So you take that number, gas used, by this number, and then you'll get this much in fee, and that's how you calculate your transaction cost. And so that's what you'll be charged. And literally, I was just charged less than fractions of a penny, 0.002 cents. So that's fractions of a penny. It took about maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours. If it's something that you're just trying to transfer it from one wallet to another wallet, there's no rush. You can do that. Again, I'll try another video where let me see if I just refresh this. See what it says here. I'm sure it's going to be updated. It should update by now. Let's see. So yeah, 900 over 9,000 blocks confirmed. 9,000 confirmations, I should say. Right. That's the amount of Ether that I sent. And there you go. So same scenario. Alright, so that should conclude this part of the Ethereum. I'm learning more and more about it. Like I said, this concept of gas and the gas value to figure out your transaction fee in Ether, it's kind of weird. It's like another it's another thing to do, and I think that's why you see a lot of people who don't understand that, and they end up paying like $6,000 to do a transfer on one of these ICOs just for a transfer fee. I don't think they understand the concept of gas and gas limit. That's one of the key important things is figure out the gas limit. And you won't know that. It's hard to figure out what it is. I think it's something that you would have to ask or try to look for because the gas limit determines your fee. And whatever you set your fee at, and like again, let me show you one more time here in the transaction fee. That is the minimum that you can put right there. Now you can put more, but whatever the gas limit is times this fee, which is not a Ethereum fee, it is a gas price. It's kind of deceptive because it says ETH. Um, it kind of is an Ethereum price, but it's different than Bitcoin or Litecoin where you put a transaction fee and you put a Litecoin amount in the transaction fee. Um, or I should say it's not really deceptive, but it's not a kilobyte times a Bitcoin Satoshi amount. This is a gas cost, which I guess you could say is a kilobyte, which would be represented in kilobytes. But the way you set it up in your transaction fee it's a little different. But basically, if you did want to do your own fee setup, this is the lowest amount you can go. I'll try to do a lower amount and see if it gets confirmed, but that's for another episode. Um, Anyways, it's weird. Based on how much programming you do determines the gas cost, and then from there you times that by this number being the lowest fee that you could put input into it, and that'll give you an Ethereum cost. So very confusing. Anyways, let's go on to the treasure hunt. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. So hopefully you got the QR code. Let me just get the QR code set up for you so you can go ahead and scan that. So it's a little bit easier for you guys. Okay, so here's the QR code for the private key. And basically all the clues should be out there. I'll give it some more time, and I did make a mistake. I apologize. Let me go to okay, so let me go to the correct. Alright, so I didn't update this, and so it's a little late, but on Bitcoin product review 03 Coinomi Litecoin no transaction fee. There you go. That's the clue to get to the third passcode, I should say. So go ahead and verify the signatures on those, and you'll find out which ones are verified and not verified, and then try to figure out this puzzle. Basically at this point it's a puzzle, and then right here at the bottom, let me see here, right there, that will take you eventually to the, let me see here, okay, that'll take you to this thing here, which, let me see if I click on here, and remember it's 03, so download 03. That's strange. Okay, here you go. So you should get this, again, and make sure it's 03 right here, 03, and remember to go to the decoder, and then try to. I'm already at 04, but put up 03. So that was a mistake on my part. I didn't update it, but you get to go if you just go back to again Coinomi Bitcoin product review 03. There's a clue right there. There's the puzzle in right there. Okay, and as for Bitcoin product review 04, let's see here. I think 04 is already put in there. And let me see here. So let's have a look here. Okay, yeah, 04. So you should be able to crack the passcode, or crack the clues to get to the passcodes. Let me see here. Yeah, there you go. So this one's really simple. It's just a sign verify. You just have to figure out the message. And once you get the message, if you click on here, it should take you to this right here, another one. But remember that it's 04, and so you should be able to get to the 4 passcodes. And remember to also download that and then put it in your decoder, and then load up 04 and try to figure out the passcode here. It should be given to you by the sign verify. Let me see right here. The sign verify. After a while, if it gets too hard, check back once in a while, and I'll put in different messages in there. And the only way to verify that it's real is obviously you can sign verify it, or you can just try to go to the decoder if you already have the file and just decode it. But all the clues are there. I'll give you about another week or so, and if you still can't find it, I will disclose the clues. I'll show you how to get to it, but I'll also be taking some away and then just leaving a very small amount for you to sweep the keys. So anyways, this concludes this episode, so feel free to like, dislike. Hold on, before that, I'll just do that for Coinomi here. So like, dislike, leave a comment, or even do a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye. Alright everyone, I'm cutting back in. Just been a little busy, but it was about an hour ago, so I don't know how long it took. I kind of got tired of waiting, but there it is, and let's take a look at it. It already has, there is a date and time right there, and there's the status, has 293 confirmations. You can see it's, let me see here, there you go, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 105 ETH, and looks like they're putting advertising service in here now. Anyways, they're advertising ICO on this thing. I can't believe it. So it does confirm, and let's also go to here. So that's the confirmation right there. There's the confirmations, the block, time stamp, 1 hour and 26 minutes ago, from whatever this time is. So I don't know how long it took. Maybe, I don't know. I just waited for it for a while and then just gone about my business. But it didn't take 24 hours. That was the value at the time. But that's what I transferred anyway. And as you can see here, there's the gas limit. There's my gas price with 9 zeros and a 5, so 10 digits. 10 digits. So point 0.5 Wii is the lowest I think it will go. And then you can see my cost in Ether, 0.002 cents, fractions of a penny. It's not instant, but it doesn't take all day. It doesn't take 24 hours. And that was the gas. That was the gas used. I don't know what that means. Don't care. But there you go. There is the gas cost, I would say, or gas used, or gas limit, that is, times that by this number right here, and then you'll get the ether cost of this much, and that is very, very low. So people who, people don't know how to calculate the gas cost to transfer ether. And well, anyways, let me get back home and I'll explain that a little bit better. But I think this whole gas and then calculating the cost of gas and the gas limit and everything, it's really confusing. Um, anyways, let me cut out and I'll cut back in later. Hello everyone, welcome back. In this episode, it's going to be a Bitcoin product review. Coinomi. It's going to be on Ethereum. How to calculate gas. So let's take a look at my Coinomi wallet. Let's go ahead and just show you this. Here's my Coinomi wallet for Android. And as you've seen, I've done some tests with different coins. I haven't done anything for Bitcoin yet. These are my different coins I have. This is my address. I haven't done any transactions in Bitcoin because no one sent me any, so I can't do anything with a 0 transaction fee yet. I've done a Dash transaction. I was on a different wallet where I recovered my backup from an Exodus wallet, so I had to make a new wallet. That's why you don't see it here, but this is my address for Dash. And then I think this one actually will show the transaction. So donation from Brian McLaughlin. This is sent out, and that is a 0 transaction, 0 fee transaction that I sent out. So there you go, QR code for that. And then let me see. I did a Litecoin transaction, which I did a giveaway, and someone did send me a donation as well. There's the transaction for that. There I did a 0 transaction, 0 fee transaction. It takes 24 hours. In Coinomi, you can set the transaction fee. And then someone donated a Zcash. I haven't done anything yet with the Zcash, but maybe I'll see if I'll do a video on that. Here's the address key for that. Someone did donate. I think it was Tomcat. What I think I'll do for this, I don't have a paper wallet for Zcash, so in the future I'll probably just send this transaction to this address key and just send it to the same address, but I'll do a 0 transaction fee on that. Now, Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, they're very similar. And then one thing I did notice with Ethereum is Brian McLaughlin did send me some Ethereum to experiment with, and I appreciate that, Brian. What I did notice was with the Ethereum, you notice that there's no sign and verify function. Now, if you compare that to like a Dogecoin, where you see there's a sign and verify function. Oops. Sorry. I just gave you my public key, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, that's just the public key. Don't worry about that. Nothing to look at. Okay, so let me verify here. Sign and verify message. There you go. So it's a sign and verify verify message. What I did notice that Bitcoin, Dash, Doge, Litecoin, and Zcash all have sign verify message, but Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, as you see here, does not have that function at all. So, for whatever reason, probably because they are a little different. Okay, so anyways, So here's the thing, okay? If you here's the test I'm going to do. Settings and transaction fee. And if you see here, everything's set to 0 transaction fee except Ethereum. Now it turns out that you cannot send a 0 transaction fee. There's a good chance it will not get added to the blockchain. And this is where this website comes in. So in this episode, I'm going to try to show you how to figure out the lowest transaction fee possible. So if you go to ETH gas station info, ETH gas station info, or ETH gas station info, or ETH gas station is the name of the website. You get a lot of information here. One of them being, if you scroll down, you'll see the miners here, a list of miners, and you'll see the lowest gas price in WEI. Gas WEI is what they call it. I don't know what WEI stands for, but it's some kind of weird number. This concept of gas and gas value. So if you go in here and you're trying to figure out or calculate, how much gas, or if you're trying to calculate your transaction fee, unlike Bitcoin and all these other coins, Litecoin, Zcash, you just tell them how much Bitcoin per kilobyte or per X amount of kilobyte you want to put in for your transaction fee. Ethereum Classic are different, okay? Because if you click on this, you'll notice it says the fee value is the gas price. So you're putting a gas price. A fee value is the gas price. So you're putting in a gas price for the transaction fee. All right. Now, if you are looking at this long number, you're wondering why or how did I come up with this long number? Well, I'm going to change that. Originally, when I looked at that, I looked at this right here, and I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure out, this is the price. This is the price right here in WEI. Now, WEI is like to the 18th power or something. It's really ridiculous. Anyway, it comes out to this fractional number. It comes out to be this fractional number. And so gas price and Ethereum price, it's different in how you figure out the transaction fee. Okay, so stay with me. Okay, so originally I was going to put this in here, but there actually is another way to calculate this, and I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to try to figure out the lowest, the very least amount of gas I need to input into here to figure out the fee that I need to send. It will not take a 0, okay? And so let's go here where I try to figure that out. Hold on. Okay, so I went to ethereum.org website here, and they talk about gas price right here. And let me just read this little section here for you. It says, the user constructs and signs a transaction, and each user may specify whatever gas price they desire, which can be 0. Okay, it can be 0. However, the Ethereum client launched at Frontier had a default gas price of, if you look at it, 0.05. I don't know what that symbol is, but I'll try to explain what this symbol is. WEI. I don't know what WEI stands for. WEI is a weird, bizarre number. That's representation of what a gas is. There's other videos, go look it up, on describing how to figure what these gas unit representations are. Miners, okay, so I'll just continue from here. As miners optimize for their revenue, if most transactions are being submitted with a gas price of 0.05 exponential to the 12th power, it would be difficult to convince a miner to accept a transaction that specified a lower or zero gas price. So how you figure out the gas price, or the value of the gas price, to enter into here, I'm going to show you right now. So it says here this number. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do that right real quick. Okay, and so there it is. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put a little equal sign to show you what that represents. Okay, so there you go. So let's see if I could blow this up a little bit for you, so don't have to zoom in that much. Okay, how's that? Okay, so if you take this symbol, it equals out to this number. Okay, now if you count how many zeros there are, alright, there's about 9 0 and then a 5. There's about 10 digits. So what you have to do to calculate that, alright, is you have to invert it. This is just the way I'm figuring it out, okay? Just trust me. It's, well, you'll understand once you figure out how this stuff works. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 5. So you basically invert it. So it's like, looks like this. So if you know what this is 0.05 to the 12th power. And if you do that, it's basically 5 and 9 zeros, because you got 0.05, which is 2 digits. That'd be you know, so you take away minus 2 power, which gives you 10 power, and then it gives you that 5,000 number, or that 5 with a bunch of zeros, and then you invert that number and you get 9 zeros with the 5 at the end of it. Okay, so you're probably saying, what do you do now? Well, here's what you do. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. I'm going to try to explain this as painlessly as possible. So I need to figure out the gas limit, or the gas value. Well, here's a way to figure it out. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to look at this transaction that Brian sent me and figure out what the gas limits are. And try to see what the gas limits are. Let me see. And the reason, here's a confusing part with Ethereum, okay, is, let's see here. Alright, so here's a gas limit. This is what Brian paid. He paid 5 gas WE, which represents this number. So a WE, 5 G WE, or WE, represents this number right here. Okay, that's it. That was his fee that he put in. Gas used by transaction. So if you look at that, all right, if you look at that, if you take that number times this, and here's the thing: the gas used and the gas limit are very similar. Okay, you notice they're very close in number. So basically, the gas is what it cost to run the contract. So instead of a transaction fee, you're actually paying a computing fee, quote unquote computing fee. If you ask me, the more I'm learning about Ethereum, I'm realizing Ethereum is basically a huge tax for using the virtual Ethereum machine, the virtual computer. And you need Ethereum to run this virtual computer. And the virtual computer operates on a gas cost. So doing a transaction, like sending your Ethereum from one wallet to another wallet, or just sending your Ethereum to any wallet as a transfer, just transferring your Ethereum, will cost about 2,100 or 21,000 gas. Or I think it's 21 Wii. But anyways, so you take this number and you times it by that amount right there. Now with Brian's number, he used he used 8 zeros and 1 5. So he went up to the 9th digit. I think it's possible to go to the 10th digit, and that's where this number comes in. So Brian, instead of going to the 10th power, or Brian didn't go, he went up to the 9th. So basically Brian went to this right here. He put his 5 right there. I think you can add another 0 to it and end up with a and should have put another 0 and end up with a 5 right here. So if you count, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and on the 10th digit you can put a 5, and I think that will give you the lowest amount of calculation into your gas price. So you take this number and you simply times that by 21,000, right? So you times that by 21,000, and then that should give you, that's how much gas value you should put in. So Brian, let me see, there's how many zeros? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 zeros in front of the 105, right? So if you look at Brian, what Brian did is right here, you could see that he put 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 zeros. So it ended up being 2 cents. I think you can do 0.002 cents. So it's literally a fraction of a penny. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try that. According to my calculation, that should be the lowest gas price that you should be able to do. Hold on here. Okay, so I'm back on Coinomi here. Alright, so let's go back to the settings. Let's go back to the fee. And so I'm going to change this. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to readjust this whole thing and go 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 5. Okay, so that should be your gas price. All right, that should be your gas price that you put in there. The fee value is the gas price. So I'm going to put that in the gas price. All right. That should be your gas price for Ethereum to get the lowest amount. And I'm doing this right now with you. So let's figure what that is. Okay. Because if you look at the way Brian did it, let's have a look here. Hold on. All right. So if you look at the way Brian did it, that was his gas price. That's what he entered in. If you see that right there, that's what he entered in. The gas limit, or the gas used, is how much gas was used to perform this calculation to transfer his Ethereum to me. It automatically does that. So basically this was a contract. All right. This is what it costs to compute on the world Ethereum computer. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do that. At the end of this video, I'm gonna give you another piece of the treasure hunt, so watch out for that. But let me do this first, because this is the point of the video. Okay, so let's go to my Coinomi. Alright, so I'm going to take this address. I'm just going to send it to myself. I don't have a paper wallet for it. I'm not going to try to do anything with it. Nothing seems to be safe with Ethereum. So anyways, it's a donation. It's an experiment. So I'm going to go to send. I already set my transaction fee. I don't know what's going to happen. Ambiguous address. Look at all this. Expanse. Interesting. Anyway, it's going to be Ethereum, not Ethereum Classic. And I'll just send all the funds. It says slightly less will be sent because of fees. Okay, I know that. Not a problem. Let's send it. And then it's going to ask to confirm. I wonder if I send it to myself, it just automatically does it. Let's just confirm it. Why not? I'm just experimenting with it. Please wait while your transaction. Okay, so alright. So let's take a look at this. Alright. There's my transaction fee right here. It shows up. If you look at that, that is a fraction of a penny. That's what it calculated for. It looks like it calculated 221,001 Wii, I guess, or whatever gas. Let's check it out in the Block Explorer. It hasn't confirmed. It hasn't done anything. I wonder if it's going to show up. Sorry, we aren't able to locate the transaction. Okay. It's unable to be located because it's not there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so that's how I calculated, right? Except for that 5. But it's very close to this right here. Very close to this. Very close to this. I think they, instead of putting the I think it was 21, and then this last number was a 1. So that's where I got the extra 5 in there. But let's see how long it takes. So I'm going to cut in and I'm going to cut out, and we'll see what's going on. All right.